You heard something bad about me. Well, good. Go hear it again. You're not doing anything against me. You're doing it to yourself. Let me break it down. Have you ever heard about the Trojan War? It's the legendary conflict in Greek mythology between the Greeks and the city of Troy. This happened around the 12th to 13th century BC, or so it was rumored. The war was sparked by the king of Troy abducting Helen, the wife of the Greek king, and fleeing to the city of Troy. Helen of Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships, the most beautiful woman in the world. I bet you've heard of that story. The Greeks camped outside the city of Troy for good 9 years, laying siege, wanting to take back Helen. But they couldn't penetrate because the city of Troy had very high and very strong walls until the 10th year. The Greeks finally won the war by a deception dreamed up by Odysseus. He was very famous for being cunning. They built a wooden horse and left it outside the gates of the city of Troy and pretended to sail away as though they had given up in battle. Now, the wooden horse was hollow, so they assembled in it all of their best warriors. Trojans fell for this trick and took the horse into the city and started to celebrate their victory, thinking they had won and the Greeks had given up. And at midnight, the soldiers crept out of the wooden horse and opened the gates of the city to the Greek soldiers, and the city was conquered from within. Very much like the story of Ananias and Sapphira in the Christian religion. So what had happened was they sold their land and brought part of the monies to the church and to Peter, and then lied to the apostles in the church and to Peter that was all the proceeds from the sale of the land, an act which cost them their lives instantly. Critics claim that their punishment was too harsh, since all the people in history have been recorded to have lied and weren't struck dead immediately. Abraham lied when he claimed Sarah was his sister. Jacob lied when he deceived his father that he was Esau. Rahab lied when concealing the 2 men that came to spy Jericho. Peter himself lied 3 times. Lying is heinous, but what was so different about this lie? It was the Trojan War all over again. By bringing only part of the proceeds to the church, obviously it didn't come from a genuine place. So they were trying to buy influence, if anything. That money would make them seem more generous than they really are. Now they can curry favors with the apostles and ingratiate themselves in the eyes of the congregation. They were playing politics. The land was theirs, and it's their money to do with as they pleased. So it wasn't a casual lie. It was a conspiracy. They agreed together to test the spirit of the Lord for attention, for influence, and for power. They are deceptive people. And by giving that power and influence to them, they have invited in the enemy, as though bringing the Trojan horse into the city. Then they can start spreading lies and deception within the church, attacking the church from within. The Trojan War. Now, what you need to understand is you are the church. And please apply this to your life as a fit. I'm speaking from the perspective of the Christian. But you are the church. The building is a place where the people gather together to fellowship. Every time you tell lies, every time you're greedy, vengeful, lustful, full of hate or jealousy towards anyone, you're inviting in the enemy. You're attacking yourself from within. The Trojan War. Now, the illusion is that whatever you're doing is affecting your target. It may seem that way, but you're really doing it to yourself. Namaste.